we're gonna fix this. This has to be fixed. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I just wanted to do a quick episode of single, sassy, and senior, and relate that to kind of what's been going on with me being here at the conference. Because it definitely has its place. Where's my? I'm trying to find my. Yeah, I bought a Fenty lip liner for $26, and I can't even get it to sharpen correctly. The lead. What is it? The lead. It keeps like breaking off every time I like sharpen it. It doesn't stay sharp. But anyway, part of being single, sassy, and senior, and still just doing what we got to do in life, just moving on along, keeping it moving, despite, you guys know, for me, I don't like being single. I don't want to be single. But see this thing, like, oh my God. It feels really good though. I really like it a lot. I'm trying to make like gorgeous lips. Let's see if we can make gorgeous lips. Let's see if we can make some single, sassy, and senior pretty lips. I wish I knew how to make them like some of the girls do, and they make their lips, they just pop and they look so nice. And I never feel like I have that skill to do that. I do okay, because it is what it is. It is what it is. And that's all it is. So, it is what it is. It is what it is, but some of them know how to really layer and do their lips really well. So we'll make this the best that we can. Okay, I do that. Where's the other little color? So I use a Fenty liner, some LA Girl cheap concealer to highlight and conceal. And then I bought these little colors that I really like. They were inexpensive. I think $1.99 at the beauty supply. For a little extra shaping. Okay, so we got expensive. Like I said, these Fenty liners are like $26 for one. $1.99, $1.99, another $26 Fenty liner. But I like that. Ooh, that took it up a notch. I just like this. Sometimes I don't want to use it because I don't want to use it up. Wow, that looks pretty. I like that. I think that took it to a whole nother level. But being single, sassy, and senior, and doing what I got to do, like me, hanging out, still progressing on with life, still going to do the conference, going to lunch by myself, going to dinner by myself, and still enjoying myself. But at the same time, I was looking and noticing the couples that were there who look happy because they were, or maybe just from the aesthetics of on the outside, you know what I'm saying? Them being together as a couple, and it's nice, And I thought about that, like if I ever have a mate that I can bring to conferences with me, I would really like that. I think that would be great. It would be fun, even for me, making, learning, and what I'm getting, sharing it with that intimate person, that has an interest in you, has an interest in what you're doing, has an interest, like for real, and not just fake. So, um, but that was not happening. One day I went out, right? And I walked out of the hotel to head down to the conference. And this man started like yelling at me from back. He was like, wait a minute. Where your man at? Where your man at? And I'm like, who is he talking to? Who is he talking to? Then he's like, I'm talking to you. Like, where your man at? Why you by yourself? Where your man at? And I was like, I don't have one. He said, take my number. He's so loud and he's screaming. I just kept moving. I said, sir, I have somewhere to go. And I kept walking, and he still was back there yelling, take my number. I'm thinking, do he know how irritating that was? First of all, if you're going to even talk and address a lady like that, he probably was drunk, though, now that I think about it, because it's like a lot of people around Vegas. They're drunk, they're drinking. Hey there, hope you guys are doing well. They're drunk, they're drinking, they're just, I don't know. But any fellas on here, don't just yell at a woman like that. Don't just yell at a lady. You know what I'm saying? Have a little coof. Walk up to her and talk like a gentleman. That's what's missing. So anyway, I just kept it moving. But I do think about it. So, but it's like it's okay. It's like a twofer, right? And there were just tons of people at the conference. Tons of people. Tons. I mean, I saw ladies in groups, so it looks like a bunch of single ladies that came to the group. There were ladies with their men. There were a ton of single men there that looked, whatever. I didn't ask everybody, but, they looked to be lots of single men there too. Like I said, this was a medical convention, so it was all doctors, nurses, providers, but for providers, licensed people. Yeah, some nice looking ones there too, I tell you. It was a few nice looking people there. Aesthetically pleasing anyway. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can be an asshole up underneath, right? But it was okay. But I am, enjoying myself. And it's still part of, being single, sassy, and senior and doing what you got to do, right? And keeping it moving and still having a good time. Because that's what it's about, I'm enjoying this so much. I'm so glad that I came. And yeah, so, that's how that go. This was a medical conference for some of the latest anti-aging therapies, longevity, and just learning about the latest determinants of longevity. And right now, for longevity and long life, the new focus, you're in your 50s. No, I'm 60. I'm 60. Yeah, I'm 60. I'm the big 60. So right now, the latest and the most findings are all surrounding muscle health. Really, your muscles health. I just can't believe the new data and everything. Longevity is so dependent on your muscle health. And then, to me, the body and everything, it's still a big circumference, because along with that muscle health, making your muscle health optimal, you got all your other things that go into muscle health. Protein is a major thing now up on the conference and on the talk list now, even with weight loss, bumping up that protein intake, which goes back to muscle health. So it was just super exciting and super exciting. It just had me charged up. Like I say, so that part was good. That part was good. But like, yeah, that single part that's like, dang, I wish I had that companion that was here with me, or that I could get done and call like, hey babe, guess what today? Guess what the focus of today was? That would be so nice. But it's all right. It's okay. It's all right. I just enjoy it and get fired up that these are things I can bring back to my patients, uh, my people, and promote better health and wellness. Some of the latest diagnostics out here now is just crazy. Not just your old regular blood panel screening. Now we really, they have a device there, and I'm still thinking about getting it, that can just measure in your hand, and it is going to give me a quick picture of your intracellular, not just extracellular, but your intracellular reading for vitamins, minerals, proteins, everything that's actually captured intracellularly, not just intravascularly. So I mean, and from that, a whole different guidance. He did me. I was shocked. He was like, your zinc is a little low, but your copper is high. And I'm like, what? I haven't had no copper. Like, why would my copper be higher? But it was just phenomenal. Just phenomenal. And it's just things to help people better function, to function better, live longer, live a higher quality. I mean, one of the speakers was so amazing because he was really pointing out, he said, with doing the right things, it is not impossible to live to 120 if you want to live that long. It is not impossible, and that's what's coming, to live to 100, be 120 with muscle health, getting rid of all of the toxins and nanoparticles out of the body. So I'm constantly promoting detoxification. So I'm telling you, I'm just excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. But like I say, on the topic of being single, sassy, and senior, it's been interesting, just out here doing what we do. And as I looked around the room and saw the different women's in group, especially the ones that were 55 plus, in the group that I like to target. And they're just out there doing their thing. Okay, so interesting. How are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well this evening. What are you up to? Oh my gosh. What are you into astrology? What are you doing? You're in divine, yeah. Got it all out. Not all of it. Not all of it. Let me go back. Hey, where are you guys saying hi from? We're all your followers. Well, I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much. Really. Thank you. Where are you saying hi from? Gaddafi Bloom, where are you all saying hello from? And I hope you all are doing well on this Saturday night. Hope you're having a great weekend, winding down this month. Thank you, Mia Lane, RB. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's early here. I'm on the West Coast now, so it's just 7:58. Tomorrow's the last day of my conference. I booked myself a massage for tomorrow, and a facial, and a hand and foot hydration, something else they're going to do on my hands and my feet, and a massage for the first time in forever by a female, because I was sexually assaulted by a male massage therapist. So I can't go that route. But this will be the first time in a long, long time getting a massage done. And I'm going to try and relax and enjoy it and get my face done. So that's tomorrow evening. Tomorrow afternoon. I actually need to make sure I'm out of the conference an hour early so that I can get to my massage appointment. So, Gabby, this was the conference that I was at. So, Longevity Fest. And then just, like I said, learning longevity and what we need to do to enhance longevity and have the best longevity possible. I met just amazing people, amazing speakers, amazing data. It's just exciting. It's just exciting. These are exciting times in the health field. I'm just telling you, it's so much going on. So much AI input into things is just incredible. Like, incredible. And it's just boils down to living our best life, right? Google playing with my typing. Okay. Let me go down to the bottom. He said, you know what? My teeth to me are like jacked up. I was just looking at online. They arrested this guy in Atlanta because he was a veneer technician. And people without license cannot be doing medical things. If you do not have a license for that, you should not be doing those things. But yet they are and scamming people. And they just arrested him on 113 counts for putting in veneers, calling himself a veneer technician with no license. And then he was doing other stuff too, injections, putting HA in the butts, the non-surgical butt lifts, breasts. He was doing all this stuff without a medical license. So, but thank you. I know that was a lot, huh? Just because you can. But I was just reading that. So I appreciate that. But I want to, I don't want to get veneers or anything like that, but I do need to. I want to do some. Oh, so speaking of teeth stuff, this is what I'm telling y'all about. What did I get? This and the amazing things with silver. So at the conference, this is one of my favorite silver companies right here. This company, like, here's some copper right here. Copper boosting your immune system, fighting off germs before getting into crowds and being like that. I should have worn my mask in that place. This is one of my favorite things. Silver colloidals are just amazing, right? So they have now a toothpaste and a tooth gel. You know, because it's so much going on. Like I said, it's one interactive circular system from the body, your teeth, when you're not taking care of your teeth properly and that bacteria getting in your system. But they have a tooth gel with silver in it now, the silver colloids, and they didn't have this when I saw them before. So I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna use some of this. But yeah, so it's not for whitening, but definitely, but it probably will, but we're gonna see because I'm gonna use it. But definitely improving gum health. Gum health is so important in your mouth. It's so important. And the use of silver, oh my gosh. Okay? Not like werewolves and vampires or anything like that, but real silver colloidals are so good for doing things. But yeah, thank you. Got it all out. I'm just asking your birth. Oh, my birth month. I thought you said my birthday. Can you guess what my birth month is? I'll give you just a couple hints. Because I'm so happy, I love, like, I'm like here, like in these big old furry snow boots, right? Uh, where I like being, I don't wear snow boots at all. I can walk on the beach. I miss walking on the beach. I've been gone away from Florida for so long. So I love the sunshine. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. So yeah, can you guess what month I'm in? Definitely a summer month. Guess which one? I'm sensitive, very sensitive. I'm in the health field, so I'm definitely a nurturer. I love taking care of people. I love making people better and well, and to their living their optimal lives. So all them hints right there, I know you know already. And listening to this agenda, you're pushing. Wait, what? Get it all out. I said that because it's true, and I know you want to hear the truth. Okay, what did I miss? What truth are you talking about? You have a feeling. I got a feeling. What's your feeling? If I know one was watching at all, you would still be saying what you have to say. Yeah. How did you guess that? Are you a freaking mind reader? That's right. If that thing said 0 and nobody was on here, I would still be talking and say what I'm going to say, because you know what? Someone is going to watch it. Okay? One of my amazing, loving, caring supporters, that likes what Nurse Jenny has to say. Someone will watch it. Not that they would watch all of it, but they would listen to some of it. So yeah, so I would just, and I've learned that before. I'd be like, well, don't talk. There's no one on there, but somebody will be coming. Someone will rewind it. You know, I might even send it to somebody. Like, hey, watch this. Listen to what I had to say. So anyway, yeah, you're right. Why you being a mind reader and all. What's your birth month? Yeah, I want you to play a guessing game. You seem to be like all mind reading and everything. You seem to be like got your mind reading abilities going on. I just gave you like all those hints. How old are you? That somebody very special to me. See, she says, I'm just calling to say hi and see how your day went. It's so nice when someone just cares enough, that much, that they care how your day went, you know. That's what makes being single, sassy, and senior another nice part about it, you know, because we do have a camaraderie of friends, you know. Not that you have a lot, or not that you have so few, but you do have some that care about, you know, how your day went. And that feels good. It feels good when someone else cares about a little part of your day, you know, like I do and check on my friends. How was your day? Did you have a good day? What's happening in your day? So that's you know what I'm saying? It makes being single not so bad when someone cares about your day. It makes it okay. But your birthday is in the month of somebody very, 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 very special to me. I don't know if that means you're an Aries or not. But yeah. So ladies, yeah, so that's it. And being in the arena of single, sassy, and senior, being 55 plus, I mean, some of this a lot of the stuff that I learned at the conference is like, oh my God, I cannot wait to share this with my 55 and plus girls. Because I hear them crying out all the time, and ones I don't know, ones I see on social media. It's crazy. Yes, the summer. I gave you so many hints. So many hints. Hi, beautiful butterflies. How are you? Thank you so much. I've been at conferences all weekend. Okay, being single, sassy, and senior, doing what we gotta do, right? To keep pushing it forward. How are you? Yeah, single, sassy, and senior. Yes, there is a group of single, and sassy doesn't mean like a sassy attitude, like that, but sassy, still living in your truth, still doing your best, still having some vigor and some vitality about yourself, not feeling, like not feeling all crippled down like a little flower. There's still a group of amazing ladies out here that are single, sassy, and senior. We are 55 plus. So, yeah, I'm so glad you're doing well. How is your day? Leo, that's okay. You almost got it. Right next door. I was going to say a Leo. Do I seem like a lion? I mean, I got my lion on. I'm a Lions fan. No, July. I'm a summer July baby. A true summer baby. I'm a true summer baby. I'm a July baby. But yeah, I did. Did you say Leo because of the lion? This is my team. This is my football team, the Lions. I got slammed today a little bit at the conference from some of the sportsmen. They was like, "Wait, are you a Lions fan?" I was like, duh. You see this lion on my chest? Duh. I was like, what a stupid question. You see that? Who gonna wear a big old lion on there and it's not a Lion fan? Do you see a Seattle Seahawk on my chest? No. Do you see a Philadelphia Eagle on my chest? No. This guy was like, "Well, I'm from Minnesota, so do you see a Viking on my chest?" No. Blue butterflies, how was your day? How are you doing? What did you do that was single, sassy, and senior today? Did you do anything special? I've been at a conference, hanging out by myself. Part of me wishing, that I had a companion to do, or not do the conference with me, but, was there. If I had a boyfriend, I would say, honey, come and go, if his schedule was available. Come and go to this concert with me in Vegas. Conference, not concert, but we probably could have caught a show while we were here. And I wanted to do a few more things, but then part of me, I get quiet. I get that humble, like, okay, maybe I want to do I don't mind doing this by myself, but I don't want to do that by myself. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't mind eating, going to the nice restaurants. But like I got tickets. They gave me these tickets to these little club things, a disco thing, another little show. And I kept saying, I'm going to go to the disco now. Then part of me is like, I don't want to go to the disco by myself. I don't want to walk in the disco. So I don't even know how do I deal with that sometimes, I'm cool doing some things solo, and then some, I'm like, I don't want to do that by myself. When we shouldn't let doing anything stop us, because it is what it is, right? What do you think? What do you think, butterfly? Yeah, sensitive. See, and that's a little, July what? July what? July. You asked what month? July. Just driving. Oh, you're driving? Just driving? Are you driving somewhere? Are you, you're laughing? What do you find that, hey, Robert, how are you? Welcome. How are you? Blue butterflies, are there some things like you're super cool with being single and doing them on your own, and then there's some things you don't you don't want to do because you're single and by yourself? Like my examples I just gave. No, I don't want to be single at all. That's just the reality of the status. I've been single 11 years. What does that say? And often when I talk about that with somebody, especially a man, the first thing he's like, and why are men like that? The first thing they'll tell me is like, what's wrong with you? Why do you guys say that? What's wrong with you? Why is there something wrong with me? Because I've been single 11 years. What's wrong with you? Nothing to me. They're like, oh, you picky. What are you waiting on? You waiting on the fantasy. You know who had a good song? Whose song was that? It's a black artist. I like that song too. And I'm like, sometimes I identify with it and sometimes I don't. Jaheim, whatever happened to Jaheim? Y'all know that poor brother fell off. That song about waiting on the invisible man, because the person you're looking for, he don't exist. Anybody know that song? He don't exist. See, I can hear the music. Like downstairs, there's a band. They're playing music, and I could go down there and just stand by myself. But then, too, at the same time, like the example of the guy screaming at me, like, "Where your man at? I know you got a man here." Sometimes you can't say no, I don't, and I don't want to be bothered. But I don't like lying either. You should be able to say no, I'm single, but I'm good, which is what I say in most of the time. Like in his case, he's like, I know you ain't here by yourself. Where your man at? Why your man ain't holding your hand? Why your man? I said, I don't have one. He's like, take my number. Take my number. He was screaming that as I walked off. I was like, man, I got somewhere to go. And I kept walking. He's screaming behind me, take my number. I'm like, are you serious? Why would I ever do that? How are you doing, Robert? Are you doing okay? How's your weekend going? Are you winding down? I'm so glad you're wonderful. Thank you for stopping by. A travel companion. Let's hit on that for a minute. A travel companion would be nice. I guess kind of was I asking somewhat of the same thing? Like, yeah, a travel companion would be so nice. Yeah, a partner to have a travel companion with, because I love to travel too. I do. Y'all see, I'm all over. Well, I was just in Atlanta. Now I'm here in Vegas. I'm leaving Vegas on Monday. I've got to go to Austin, Texas. So I'll be in Texas on Monday. And then I'm heading back to Atlanta. But honestly, I was thinking to myself, where do I want to be for Christmas? Because I'm solo. I really could be anywhere. I looked at flights for California. I got people that would love to see me. I haven't seen my people out there in a little while. I was like, you could really go to Cali. My little schedule's kind of open right now. I could go to Cali. I could go back to my favorite place, see my godmom in West Virginia, which I would definitely need these snowballs because it's cold over there, right? Take a flight to Cancun or somewhere. That's what I was like. I wish I could just go somewhere with tropical water, with a hammock. And then I was like, but you're going to be by yourself. So I know that travel companion would be nice. Even if it's a amazing platonic travel companion. Would you want your travel companion to be a platonic situation? Blue butterflies? Would you want it to be a platonic travel companion? Or more Did I just do that? I did. Or a more intimate, like the friends with benefit type of travel companion. I actually could see both for myself. I would love if you had a cool ace boom coon travel companion and y'all just good. You're, actually protecting each other and just having a good time with no intimacy lines crossed and just enjoying travel, for the love of travel. I can see that. But then the flip side that's got the little spice to it, like, some of them nice nights with the stars out. If you're on a cruise ship or walking that beach, it might stir up something. So you could have, that little dip in there too would be nice. So I don't know. Am I all over the place? I see it both ways. How about you, Blue Butterflies? Did she answer me? Because I just been rattling on. Tell me, what would you like? I know. Robert, you know what? You are so wise. You always have something beautiful and insightful and positive to say. So I thank you for that. Thank you, Robert, so much. And I believe that, I just wanted to come before I'm like in a wheelchair or something. Can it come when I can still do some squats, so to speak? Does a man's age matter to me? Yes, it does. It does. It really does. Does it matter to you, Blue Butterflies? A man's age matters. For me right now, because of the age that I am. And I run up into so many, these little young ones that's, they can be cute, all this exterior cuteness, but it's too much missing up here. The maturity is not there. So age does matter. I want someone mature. I really want someone older than me. I like looking up. I like looking up in age, in stature, in experience. I do. I often joke with my friends, like, I'm going to find me an 85-year-old. They always be laughing. I have my godmom in West Virginia cracking up. I always tell her, I'm going to go peruse the VA and find me a nice 80-year-old that's cool and mature. Ain't got no worries. He just cool, right? But really, though, yeah, so age matters. Age matters because you can't go but so far down. For me, personally, there are those single sassy and seniors that, hey, oh, you know what, though? One of my best friends, I really want her to talk on the show because she is a jazzy lady and she's in her 70s now. But her last husband, there was a 20-year difference. And when they got married, I was shocked that she was marrying this young boy 20 years, her junior. I couldn't believe it. I was like, could I ever do that? No, I don't think so. But they were so in love. Their marriage opened my eyes up to seeing that age ain't nothing but a number for some people, It's really the mind because he loved the ground she walked on and she loved him, I was like, 20 years apart. When he was born, he was already 19, 20. That's horrible when you look at it like that. Like, what the heck? When he was in second grade, he was 22. Oh, my Lord. That's horrible. But they had a great marriage until it ended, And it lasted a long time, but then it ended. Yeah. But, yeah. So for me, age would matter. Does age matter for you, blue butterflies? Like, would your travel companion have to be, would you want him to be a certain age? What's your favorite state? Look at where I'm from. But I love Florida right now. How about Africa? What about Africa? Your king could be a Detroit Lions fan. You know what? That would be so amazing if I ran into my king and he happened to be a Lions fan. But he could be one of my, I would even accept him if he was one of my secondary. I left from Detroit and stayed in California. So if he was a Raider fan, that's cool. If he was a San Francisco 49er, I'll still take him. If he was the San Diego Chargers, they're not San Diego Chargers anymore, but if he was a Charger fan, I'd still. So I have some secondaries that he would be okay. But if he was a Lions fan, like really, the very last guy that I dated that I thought was going to be the new king in my life, that was in 2011, and he was a Detroit fan. He always wore his Lions gear. If he didn't have on Lions gear, he would look so attractive. He would have on his Red Wings gear. So he was a Red Wing, our hockey team, a Red Wings fan. He didn't have that on. He had on Pistons gear. And I was like, my heart would just like melt. I was like, wow. So that would be nice. I know I took that a little far, but that would be really, really nice. That would be a blessing on top of a blessing. It really would be. You're terrifying thinking they're in Cypher 1. What about Africa? Yes. You called us Thelma and Louise. She's on a cruise right now. Miss Kim, I just hung up for her. She is on a cruise right now. I should have her say hello. She's on a cruise right now. She's cruising to Aruba. Why am I not on a cruise with her? She's cruising to Aruba. Let me tell you if she's gonna answer. She's cruising to Aruba. Where else? Caraca Islands. Hey, girl.
I lost my money and then I just won it back.
I hear a winning sound.
I
Is that is that your is that your machine making that sound?
Yeah, he's winning my money back.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, because I had lost all of it.
Look, she's on a cruise. Where's your cruise going? Aruba? Carousel, Aruba.
And Dominican Republic.
And the DR and the Dominican Republic. So she's out. I'm doing my single sassy and senior, just a group. And one of the young men remembered he watched us from our road trip and he called us Thelma and Louise. His name is he said, y'all like Thelma and Louise. So I told him, I said she's cruising now. I just want you to say hi to everybody. Okay. All right. Okay, bye. So see, she is enjoying her best life. Okay, she about to be out there with the tropical water. And she having a good time. Carousel, the DR. And she just got back. And she's leaving again. And she'll be leaving again when she comes back from that one. So, yeah. So, it is what it is. She don't mind. She don't mind. I guess part of the longevity fest, right? We got to take it for what it is. So, yeah, I tell you, he can be in a wheelchair. or youthful spirit, should I say. Yes. Are you in Africa? Thank you. Yeah, I do have a youthful spirit. Yourself. Which little note. You know what? This little thing, I like I keep saying I was going to treat myself and actually get my nose pierced. Like, just stop playing and just do it. Why not? You single, sassy, and senior, just go get your nose pierced. But my ears are pierced, and for me, in a way, those are the only holes that should be in my body. I'm like slightly like afraid to go and actually, but I like the pierce. I like the jewelry. I like some of the additional facial jewelry. Sometimes I wear a little jewel up here because I feel like I'm one of God's jewels. And I'll wear my little jewel up here sometimes, but I wouldn't go get that pierced up there. But yeah. So yeah, with your little nose ring on. So if you call that like youthful, I don't know. Because I see older women, single, sassy, and senior, and they have piercings all over. What if he didn't watch sports? If he didn't watch sports, then he would get sick of me because I do watch sports. I'm a sports girl. And it would be more enjoyable, but actually I wouldn't mind. If he didn't watch sports, that would be fine, because there would be something else that he does in lieu of sports that I think would be fine. He could have another talent. Not that it's a talent to watch sports, but you know what I'm saying. And most men are sporty, but there is a percentage of men that don't. They don't watch football. They don't watch basketball. They're not into sports. It seems odd when you run into one of those. It seems odd when you run into a man that's not into sports, but and he's not, gay or anything like that, but just a straight hetero man that's not into sports. They do exist. They do exist. So it would be okay. I would be okay with a man that wasn't into sports, as long as he could deal with me being into sports. But it makes it fun, when you do kind of have some like interests. Because then, especially still too, if you're on different teams, like I love it. Like I can talk crap, and that's fun to me. I like talking my smack. And actually, there was a young acquaintance, this guy the other day, he's a okay, I'm gonna try to get out. He's a Cowboy fan, right? He's a Cowboy fan, and when they played the Lions, he was talking so much smack, and I was too. I kept telling him, "You're gonna need tissue after that game because Detroit is gonna beat the Cowboys." He was like, "Did you see us with the Eagles? We was down 21-0, and we came back. That's how we gonna do on the Lions, right?" So after the first quarter, when it was close, he was like, "Oh, we gonna take over, right?" I said, "Okay, I'm preparing to send you some tissue." So once the Lions won over the Cowboys, it was crickets. He was silent. He wouldn't even answer his phone. He wouldn't respond to a text. I started leaving the messages like, "I hear some sniffles going on over there, and I'm trying to help you. I'm sending you a case of my softest 2-3 ply puffs for all those tears you got going over there." And then I sent them some emojis of all these men like crying, like boo-hooing. Oh my God. I was in tears laughing myself. And I think in like 5 days, he didn't respond. Then I almost started getting worried. I said, wait, this reverse psychology. Now I'm getting worried. Like, are you like okay? You're not really pouting over the loss, are you? Like, or me talking smack? Like, did I hurt your feelings? So once he finally responded, he was like, "No, I was just a little sick after that. I was under the weather." I'm thinking, Quit lying. You just could not take it. But that was funny. I was rolling when I found them emojis of men crying, just boo-hooing, cry. Y'all know it's an emoji out here for those memes. I'm sorry, not an emoji, but the memes. I found some memes of men just crying, boo-hooing. I started sending them so many of them. I was rolling. So yeah. So it would be fun. I'm saying that to say it would be fun with a mate where you can, have that fun banter back and forth. I just love those things. I love still being funny. I love still being, practicing humor and just crack it up. And I can take it, I can take it just as well I can dish it out. So I like that, have a little to you. Talk some smack back. I like that. Like playing pool. I can't play with people that get super sensitive if I'm beating them because it's fun to talk smack. You feel me? It's fun to talk smack. Like, and I tell people before I even start, before I even put my stick on the table, like I'm going to talk smack, right? I hope you can take it. Just like I can take it. If you whooping me on the table, yes, I can take it. You can talk smack. I like it. It's good. I like the little extra spice, because I'm sure you're going to talk it as I'm whooping you on the table. Oh, you talking about the 80-year-old? It might, but he'll enjoy it for the time being. That's all I know for the time being. Um, no. Why do you say that? I wouldn't enjoy a younger man in general.